Hi, this is Emile Menasché for Acoustic Guitar Magazine, and this is the PRS SE A40E. E stands for electronics. It's got a Fishman under saddle pickup and a 2-control preamp that's kind of secreted here in the sound hole. The guitar has a solid Sitka spruce top, divine coal for the back and sides, mahogany neck, ebony fretboard with PRS's trademark bird inlays. It has an ebony bridge, bone, nut, and saddle, tilted headstock, 6 on the side, PRS branded tuners, and it's very well executed. The SE line are imports. This guitar was built in China. Every detail on this guitar was impressive. The nut is very well rounded, for example. The intonation was very good. The action out of the box was not high, but not super low. But the guitar also hasn't had a setup since coming out of the box. But as you'll hear, I think the stability is very impressive. The guitar stays in tune quite well, and it stands up to some pretty rigorous string bends. Now, one of the things I found kind of interesting was that the neck profile is a little chunkier than you would find, I think, on a lot of guitars that are sort of single cutaway lead guitar looking acoustic electrics. The string spacing is a little bit wider, but it also has an under 12-inch radius, which is a little bit unusual. A lot of acoustic guitars are 14 and even 16. And I found that kind of a refreshing approach, especially for playing certain kinds of chords and arpeggios, where the round radius means that you can reach across fairly easily, and the width makes it easy to get a nice, clean, and true contact on some voicings that, at least for me, can give me a little bit of trouble where my fingers bump into each other and I get a little bit of, let's say, clam chowder. So I'm going to start there. What you're hearing now is the mic as well as the pickup, or what you're about to hear. And a little bit later, I will play without the microphone, probably on a separate take. But anyway, here's a C chord with a G in the bass, and I'll just play through it. You should be able to pick up on that nice, clear, and clean bass sound. What I just said about having space applies when you're strumming chords. Now, this guitar can get pretty loud, so I'm going to try not to pin the mics. But one of the things it also does is it actually sounds really nice at low volume. I kind of like it at a moderate or even quiet volume. Because even quietly, that bass is nice and full and warm. So, a variety of strums, a variety of dynamics, you'll get the idea. Okay, I'm going to turn off the microphone and play this just with the pickup for a bit, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. Earlier I mentioned how stable this guitar is tuning-wise, and I played a little bit of lead on the pickup-only section, but I'm going to play a little more lead now and really bend the strings. So let's see how well it handles all that stuff. So I just really bent a lot of notes there and then played some chords way up the neck, and it's still in tune. For $800, this guitar is a very nice step-up guitar for somebody who's maybe starting to get a little bit more advanced, but it's also, I think, a good gigging musician's guitar. Pops out of the case ready to play, looks good on stage. The internal electronics are fine. They're not the most advanced, but they work well and can be, you know, EQ'd to be a little bit deeper. I kind of left everything flat here just as a demonstration. It's also a really good recording guitar. I ended up using it quite a bit on a project, and that's really where I started to discover that it's, you know, a little bit more than this very pretty cutaway guitar. Looks kind of, you know, big strummy and lead guitar, but these little subtle things really came to me as I was recording, not having to stop to retune, to be able to get a good sound at low volume, to get nice sustain, to be able to play these arpeggios cleanly, which is sometimes a bit of a challenge for me personally. It's really nice.